Well, this is the FIFA Podcast, Episode 1. I am Dan, also known as Polar, and we got Smokey. Say hi. We gonna say hi?
Oh, yo, what's up?
We got Sam, also known as TheGoMLStick.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And the person you probably know the most out of all of us, longtime lurker. Lurker?
Review extraordinaire right there.
Yeah. Is he
He's
there?
doing what he does. He's lurking.
He's doing what he does. We're, I guess, doing something I've never seen it done before. Have any of you guys seen a straight-up FIFA podcast before?
Not really.
I mean, I've seen it touched once or twice, but I've never seen just a full-blown thing.
Yeah, I feel like most of it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's just straight-up YouTube, and I feel like, I don't know, this is a good format. Just talk about FIFA and air what we think is going on. So we got
Air grievances.
air grievances. There will be a little bit of that. There will be some of that. In
Have
fact.
you guys ever played with me? There will be a lot of fucking grievances.
Yeah.
So we got two big stories today. FIFA Pro and what that became.
Yep.
And the market and its hyperinflation. We're going to do a lot of market talk today. So I think I kind of want to start with FIFA Pro. Is that cool with everyone?
I'm more than happy to start with FIFA Pro.
So for those that don't know, it was a smaller FIFA subreddit that was supposed to be geared towards the more mature FIFA community. So I like to think of it as if Air Japes had a brain spill onto a subreddit, that's kind of what would happen. You know, get rid of Nepenthes and KSI and Rodashaw and, you know.
Yeah, a lot more of like discussion and talking about stuff instead of, you know, the images and...
Yeah, a lot more metagame and a lot more, you know, actual advice and helping people.
That was the plan anyway.
That was the plan anyway.
Yep.
But, so me, Smokey, and Lurker were all moderators on the subreddit. And it lasted for what, a good week and a half?
I'm pretty sure I managed 3 whole days.
3 days?
Like it was pretty short, man. Very short-lived.
And do we want to call him out or do we want to just leave him nameless?
They can go
bother.
find it if they want to.
They can go find it.
Not a huge deal.
No.
Okay.
Not
So,
right now.
long story short, the main moderator, the creator, he kind of turned on Smokey first, and then the rest of us.
We had a minor disagreement that just escalated beyond anything it ever should have.
Yeah, like Will Smith with the, or not Will Smith, Will Ferrell with the beer bottle. That escalated quickly. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, sounds about.
Yeah.
And we basically just all left. And
Yep.
kind of said up and fuck this shit and took off.
Yeah, well, you guys left. I was.
That's
forced.
right. You were forcibly removed. I apologize.
Hey man, he was pretty proud of banning me for the final time, so I'll give him that.
He might be a little proud, but I mean, sociopaths are always proud of
Oh,
what
no,
they do.
he let me know. He was very happy to click that button. He made sure I was aware of it.
But basically, we were in charge of, or Smokey was in charge of creating the tournament. And moderator who shall not be named, he who shall not be named, was dissatisfied with Smokey's job and then took over.
He only let me know that after I brought up the fact that I thought he didn't handle a reminder as well as he could have. There was we didn't get back to him fast enough, and I mean it was overnight, so I thought he should have just kind of let it go. And then it devolved into him getting after me a bit, and turned out he wasn't too happy with how I was handling stuff. I thought I was doing a good job.
I thought it was okay. And then he headed up the tournament, which if you look at it now is
it dropped from like 40 to 50 guys that signed up when I had first organized it. And then the second time around, he didn't really go back to that original group and send them messages and make sure they knew it was up. He just kind of held a second thing, like a second sign up thread, and we ended up with something like 15 or 16. And then after the mass exodus of the moderator crew, he brought it down to a 4-man tournament with basically this, a 2-leg playoff and then a final. I don't even know how it turned out, honestly.
I never took the time to care.
Yeah, no, he chopped it down and he started talking about how people were constantly breaking rules and using alternate accounts and stuff, and I'm not entirely sure that's the whole story, but
Yeah. And he basically annihilated the tournament and didn't tell people about it. Because I think if you go and look at the post, there's a lot of people saying, I didn't get notified about this, I didn't get notified about that, and no one told me, and what happened, I never got to play a game, and a lot of people were kind of unhappy.
Yep.
And the main source of this disagreement was the fact that he changed the rules of what your squad could be. So, me, Smokey, TheGoMLStick, I don't know about Lurker, but we were all under the impression that you submitted like you would for, the Euros or the World Cup. You get a 23-man squad, right?
And
you get your starting 11, your subs, and your reserves.
Yep.
Lurker, were you on that page?
I was, yeah.
Okay. And then he reneged that after one day of games. So people had already played some games under those rules, and they had swapped teams, changed players to fit, Like, I know my team was the Dutch 3-5-2 hybrid with Royce on the left and Willian on the right.
Yeah, I'm still super jealous of that team. That team is
crazy
fun.
weird. Second informed Schneider running the show. It was fun.
Yeah. Although another reason I changed mine is because I swap out for fitness. I don't bother with fitness cards, and I just hadn't happened to play any matches in between my first 2 matches and my second 2. So I just took out the guys that I'd used in my first round, put in the second guys. So it's like it wasn't even like a conscious decision to like switch out teams and like try and game the system. I just like straight up didn't have the fitness to play with my original team.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to be fair, I think he did intend it to be, your 11 and then, subs and all that stuff. It wasn't at all clear, and it seemed like he expected it to be the first, just your 11 guys or whatever, because he did kind of react as soon as someone came up against him with a second 11 of players. So, I mean, in any case,
if he had made it a 17-man squad, that would have made more sense.
Yeah, no, exactly. But he brought in the reserves, and it's just like at that point, I can't really think of a reason to do that other than the ability to swap out teams and have a second full 11.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. So that was the main source of disagreement. Both me and Smokey called him out on it, and then
that was my final banning.
Smokey went hard. He went down in a blaze of glory. Glory, Smokey, and he got banned gloriously.
Yeah, gotta do my thing.
I was accused of following Smokey blindly because he said, and I quote, "You're an intelligent young guy, but no need to follow stupidity blindly."
Okay.
I was like, what? And then I was at work when this all happened, and when I'm at work, I don't get messages instantly because obviously I have to I work. I do graphic design, but I also work in retail because graphic design can be a little bit spotty. Sometimes you have clients, sometimes you don't, so it's nice to have a stable job. So I was working at GameStop, which is my other job, and I was dealing with customers, and then when I got a break, I would check, my Reddit notifications. And I have this line of messages from Smokey, from the moderator, from other people commenting on my stuff, and I'm like, what the heck happened?
I think I sent you like 2.
Yeah, and I sent one to Lurker, and I was like, hey, so did you see what he just did, and can you explain it? Because he said that you agreed with him.
He was really, really good about just lumping everyone that he wasn't currently arguing with in on his side of the story.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, the whole thing isn't necessarily a bash fest on him. It's just like the idea, like if you look at the kind of subreddit he wanted to start and all the stuff that he was complaining about with FIFA, with one mod in control of everything, and kind of wanted to make sure that it was more like of a community-based thing where your entire user base was all like on the same page, and kind of like a close-knit group, as as close as you can get on Reddit in any case. And then he kind of like went away from all that with his moderation, and like it's kind of tough because that's exactly what we were trying to get on board with, and then it just kind of got harder because the mod that started it wasn't really all that interested in the end in actually like going through with it.
Yeah, but, then he ended up, after I messaged Lurker, he ended up going on this epic rant to him. And Lurker, I don't know if you want to talk about that, but you're the one who read it first, so I'll let you take the stage on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I sent you guys the pictures.
Oh yeah.
I can let the words speak for themselves in that situation. I thought I handled it pretty well. Polar came to me and was asking about the the sub situation in that tournament. So I went straight to, I don't know how to pronounce it, B3Z.
Well, there goes anonymity, but that's okay.
Right. I went to him and I was like, hey, what's going on with the situation? He says to me, why are you guys ganging up on me? You, Polar, and Smokey. And I say, look, I mean, I talked to Smokey like once, maybe twice. I've talked to Polar once, maybe twice. We're not friends. I was just simply asking a question. And then he goes off and is tyrant about, how everyone's ganging up on him and how we're all kids. We don't have to know how to run a sub and all this stuff. And I wasn't ready for that drama. I think it was a little much. I was simply asking a question about a tournament. He's going off about the moderation, how we don't do anything, and all of this stuff. I just didn't think it was the right place to talk about that and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely not. And then I kept saying, because he had removed, I don't know if anyone listening or watching or will listen has moderated a subreddit, but there is a separate mail section where all the moderators can chat back and forth. He removed that. So we couldn't all have group discussions anymore. It was all fueled one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And that was an awful decision.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
Yeah.
And so I kept bringing that up. I was like, well, if you let us, like, talk to each other all in one place, we might be able to figure things out. But he wanted nothing to do with it, apparently. And, yeah, it was. Hold on. Yeah, it was not a good time.
Nope.
So basically, we all up and left. We hoofed it out of there, and since then there have been 4 posts in 72 hours.
Well, here's the thing. I forgot who told me. It was either Oss or Cheddar Bob that told me that I didn't bring any subs to the subreddit.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to test that theory. So what I did was I get dozens of messages a day asking about player reviews and squads and who they should buy and stuff like that. I mean, tens of 20 people ask me a day. So every time they ask me, I would direct them to FIFA Pro. I'd say, hey, look, check us out, ask them, stuff like that, try to get more active. So whenever they told me that, I thought it was funny. So I went back and I messaged those people, the same exact people. I said, look, like this is a situation. I don't recommend anymore. Go back to Reddit FIFA. And so in the developing 24 hours, I think like you said, there was one there
was one post in the original 24 hours, and he made it himself.
Exactly. So I tested that theory, and so far, I look like I brought some of the stuff.
I'm honestly surprised out of anyone he would call out you for not like bringing in people, because like as far as FIFA on Reddit goes, I don't know if there's a more like popular and well-known user. You know what I mean?
No,
like, we had the squad review thing going and the player review thing going for so long, and everyone was like, that was like the daily thing. They would like look for your reviews.
Yep.
Like having you on board in that subreddit would have been like amazing and like definitely increased the traffic.
I think the only person that might be more known is Shane, and that's because
Right.
Shane's an asshole.
Well, I mean, Shane. I've had, like I said, I've had no problem with Shane.
I've had good and bad with Shane. Shane can be an asshole. He's getting better. His moderation is actually becoming moderation, as we are seeing.
Right.
Like
I've had like no interaction with him. I just kind of float around on the subreddit.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing with him is he used to let. I mean, this is his moderation style, and I'm personally not a fan of it. But he used to let upvotes and downvotes decide what stayed and what didn't.
That's actually how we work the Spurs subreddit for the most part. And it can work in certain situations.
But you do have to take some stuff off.
Yeah, you definitely do, and especially with a subreddit as big as the FIFA one, you kind of gotta.
Yeah, and the FIFA one I'm looking right now has almost 40,000 people in it.
Yep. Shit ton.
And that's, I mean, the Spurs subreddit, we're rocking what, maybe 10,000?
I think it's closer to 6, actually.
No, 10,600.
Oh, no shit.
10,600. And for the most part, we're all older, I would say.
Yeah, I would say college age or older for the most part, yeah.
I'd say we're at least 20 and up. At least.
Yep.
For the most part. And we're very much split demographically. There are a lot of Americans, obviously. Brits, and then throughout Europe. Because it's supporting an English soccer team.
We got a few of them.
But on a 39,000 people subreddit, you're going to get, especially with a game like FIFA, where a lot of the people that play it are, 13 and 14-year-olds that watch KSI and Road to Shaw, you're not going to get great content all the time,
Yep.
And I think sometimes it can do well for people to take a bit more heavy hand in the moderation. But that's basically the story with FIFA Pro. It didn't go well. But
No.
we did learn some stuff. I mean, I definitely learned some stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
There's the biggest thing I learned is that the entire FIFA community, not just the 15-year-old kids, but the entire community is very, very polarized on the coin buying issue.
Yep.
It's not just all the 12-year-olds that see the link in the description down below. It's everyone. That's literally cut right in half. There's no one that's I'm okay with it.
I think a lot of the vocal support seems to come from actually the older demographic who have a lot more disposable income and a lot less free time.
Yes.
Where they're like, why would I spend, an hour a day, 3 days a week, like grinding and trying to get a good team,
When
but I can just
buy one.
such a small percentage of my income, and then instantly get the team I want, and then use it and actually play.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk. If you want to go on a discussion about coin buying, we can talk about that.
That's actually it. Perfect segue into the next topic, which is the market.
Yeah.
So.
I have no problem.
Quality.
Here's my opinion. I think I'm well known around the sub as a coin buyer / seller.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not afraid to hide it. If I've bought few points in the past, I have no problem buying few points.
Nope.
But the state right now, you can buy 1 million coins for $9.
Yes.
$8, $7. There is absolutely no possible reason why you should buy FIFA points at this moment in time.
Unless, hold me out. I'm going to devil's advocate you for a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless you understand that it's cheating and don't want to break TOS.
I agree.
That is your. I'm going to hold the white knight flag.
No, I hear you.
If you want to play it legit, that is your reasoning. But if you don't give a
Honestly,
flying fuck
who's
about
doing-
EA's terms of service, go buy coins. Because right now, they don't. EA doesn't seem to care.
Right.
They don't care.
There's so many things you can say about it, and it's just tough to either one side or the other side. I flipped when I saw the prices, because in the end, I work a lot, and I work 40 hours a week, 36 hours a week, full-time school.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to be able to trade. I don't have time to do all this stuff.
And that's not to say he can't, because we all know that you're very capable of trading.
I am. We can talk about trading later. Because I've made some fucking crazy profit lately.
Yeah.
But I don't have time to stay on people for hours a day. I'd rather just play. And I think that's what a lot of people's opinions are. People that work full time, they see people as a hobby. They decide, look, FIFA coins are way cheaper. I don't care about the terms of service. Let me go to check the description below and check what's going on. It is breaking the terms of service. It is illegal, but there's only two ways to stop it. One is to get rid of the web app completely. I know people, I'm not going to mention any names, that run very successful auto buyers, and they tell me, look, you can get rid of this and this, but I'll run another script. You can get rid of my account. I can write another script with my auto buyer. You need to get rid of the web app to get rid of them completely.
Yep. Now,
so
I will ask this question because I know I've pondered it. The auto buyers, I think, are more of a frustration than they are the cause of this inflation, right? Because they don't introduce coins to the market. They just take very good advantage of the ones that are already there.
Right.
I think the more issue with, which can be annoying. Like, I know I like to do a lot of trading. I do a lot more investing than I do trading because the auto buyers have basically killed trading. Because every time there's a deal, so to speak, it swipes it right up, and obviously my finger's not faster than the computer screen.
Yeah, you gotta work bids instead of the buy nows, I think, to beat the auto buy. Often than not.
And that I know is frustrating for a massive amount of the community, with having these computers just say, "Hey, you screwed up. I'm going to take your thing, and no one else can have it." But with investing, it's kind of, computers don't have brains, right? So humans can predict the market and be intelligent about it. So the people running the auto buyers, I guess, can do that. But it's a lot easier for us simpletons to predict the market and make coins by investment. I think my best investment story was... let's do that. Your best investment. Gommel, can you start with that? Or is he quiet? He's quiet right now. His mic cut out, I think. So we'll go with Smokey. Best investment.
Oh, jeez. I've never had enough coins to really get into it with any major purpose. I don't even have a best investment story at this point. Honestly, I just have some good luck with packs and holding on to people until they go.
Holding on to people, that's a good one. I mean, like if you pack a player and then they go up, like that's an investment because you could have sold them, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was basically just hanging on to the guys that I pulled during Team of the Year. Just with the knowledge that they would, even if they only went up a little bit, they would go up. And I pulled the trigger on Inform Ruffier a little too quick. I sold him at like 30, 35, and 3 days later he was at 100K. But
yeah,
live and learn.
Hey, that's 30K in profit, right?
It's something.
Yeah, something's better than nothing. So, Lurker, what do you got? What's your best one?
Oh man, too many. Number one right now, by far. I'll play you guys later. I'm sitting on Team of the Year Robin.
Yes, that's right. I played that team.
$3.7 million. He's about to hit 15 million mark.
And become extinct. Yeah.
And become extinct, and I'm guessing about 1 to 2 weeks he'll be gone from the market. So I mean that's by far the best profit I ever made in any FIFA.
I think my best one was last year. I was watching the World Cup, and I was watching the Netherlands-Argentina game. Or not Netherlands-Argentina, I'm sorry. Netherlands and, was it Costa Rica? The one where Tim Krul came in.
Quarterfinals, I think, right?
Quarterfinals, yeah. The quarterfinal game that went into penalties. The instant Tim Krul got subbed in, I was sitting on 300,000 coins, and I just bought every Tim Krul I could find. Just every single one of them. I later, after the game was over, I waited an hour. Resold all of them. I had made 500,000 in profit. just off Tim Krul.
It's unreal.
That was the best, I think, reaction-wise. My best profit-wise, I think, is kind of driven by this inflation, but maybe not, is during the middle of Team of the Year this year, I bought second inform Godin for 80,500 coins. He is now going for the lowest bin, 771,000 coins.
Wow, is he really going for that much? Holy shit.
Because I think he's going to get upgraded. That's why I haven't sold him yet.
Yeah, I think he will too.
And if he gets upgraded to an 86, which would put him online with Company and Mats Hummels, which I think is perfect for him, because you got Ramos and Silva up top, then Hummels, Company, Godin, which makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think that's the right for him.
The card I'm holding would go up to an 88.
Hello.
Oh, he's back.
He's
He's
here.
almost back.
There we go.
Cool.
I don't know, mic problems due to connection. Sorry about that.
But the Godin I'm holding would go to an 88. His pace would go above 70, and that would make everyone and their mother want him, I think.
Yeah.
So,
He's the
Gommel,
card to
we're
have
doing
right now.
best investment.
Yep, so for me, I don't really know if it's best investment, but...
Oh, did you cut out again? He cut out again.
We're having some issues over here.
His mic is faulty.
Yeah, can you not hear me?
No, now we can.
There we go.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, but okay, so I pulled it Yaya Toure out of a pack like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was worth about, what, 350?
Yep.
Now he's worth about 600. So,
Okay.
I mean, there's that, but, I mean, I pulled second inform De Gea and sold
Oh, cutting out.
K.
There it is.
So what's happening? Am I just cutting out? And...
Yeah, you're going in and out.
Yeah, you drop out every once in a while.
Okay, let me. You guys talk. I'll try to figure it out.
Okay. So yeah, he mentioned he pulled second informed De Gea, and he pulled the trigger selling it early. So he made some coins on it. I think it was 190,000 or something to the effect. But if you look at second informed De Gea right now, I mean,
How much is he going for?
3 million.
3 million? Second one? Wow.
Like, who's gonna spend 3 million on a keeper?
Wow. Dude, we can talk about keepers all day. I mean,
Especially in this FIFA, I have a hard time justifying buying Hugo for the 30K that Hugo
It
is.
definitely feels like there are some shots that like no keeper can save. You know, it's just like it's a very, very small notice bonus.
We'll get onto that. I'll add that. That's gonna go down the line because we need to talk about that now. But inflation.
Yep.
So
We're all on PSN, right?
yes, I think we're on. Yeah, we're on the PlayStation Network.
Yep.
To me, it's the modded consoles, right? I think that's agreed upon.
Yeah, there's it's only on PS3, right? Like
you can mod a PS3 to play fake matches and introduce match coins.
Oh, okay, yep.
I was actually having a conversation with a legal professional on the FIFA subreddit, and he said if EA wanted to make a case against everyone who's bought coins for receiving stolen property, knowingly receiving stolen property, they could do it. However, it would cost them so much more money in legal issues that it would be not cost effective.
So they would never do it.
They wouldn't do it.
Is basically what we're saying. They would never do something.
But you just went out. I think what you're doing is you're overloading your mic.
Overloading my mic?
I think you get too loud.
Well, here's what I was doing. I was playing a game on FIFA, I'll be honest with you. So I think this is what's happening. So I'm going to just stop doing that.
Okay. I mean, that's why we're here, right? We like to play FIFA.
Yeah, I was just going to chill and play FIFA, but yeah, I guess I'll have to stop.
But basically the idea is the match coins are randomly generated and taken from EA without consent on their knowledge, and it harms their profits, so it technically could be stealing digital content from EA. And then if you buy coins, unless you know for a fact that the person who sold it to you only traded to get those coins, and nothing of the effect was done with modded consoles, which for sites you can't. If you buy it from someone on Reddit, you probably can. You can prove it, obviously. Then you are buying stolen property, and they can make the case that the glitch is widely known about, because obviously we're talking about it, and you bought it anyway. So you bought stolen property. Now, obviously, it's a stretch. It's a very time-consuming effort for them to make, so they're not going to press charges or anything like that. But the modded consoles, I think, is an issue. If there are no modded consoles, I'm not sure how much of an issue I have with buying coins.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Because the market doesn't inflate unless you introduce coins that aren't supposed to be there.
It doesn't as much. I mean,
money printing is all it is.
Yeah. It's the equivalent of what Germany did after World War II. They just started printing money willy-nilly. You know, that's basically what it was, right?
That was before World War II.
I just like the term willy-nilly. I'm not going to lie.
Before World War II, they basically made their currency useless.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, we're seeing it with, there's not a single inform Ronaldo on the market right now, right?
Nope. Yep. There's not anything but normal Ronaldo. None of his informs.
Team of the Year Messi is gone.
Seriously, I thought it was just his Team of the Year that had gotten.
No, I didn't see a striker Ronaldo on there. When I looked the other day, I didn't see anything.
I think his left wing is gone too.
I've been trying to get my hands on an inform Ronaldo at least. I'm trying to get striker and Team of the Year. Gone. I mean, right now I saw one Team of the Year automatically 15 million bid. Auto buyers are looking at 15 million bid on everything. So I mean, there's pretty much no chance of you getting one.
All of Messi's informs are gone now.
Yep. Messi's gone too.
Robin is on his way out. I know that much.
I'm holding him onto mine.
He's at 14,798.
Yeah. Give it. I think in 3 days. I think it'll be 15 mil. I think another 3 to 4 days he'll be gone from the market, just like Ronaldo.
Let's see. What's Jeez. I mean, the midfielders are okay. They're not. The Team of the Year midfielders aren't.
No, they're actually not too overpriced, surprisingly. Team of the Year Cruz is, I think I did a review on him. He's fantastic.
He's 5 million.
Yeah, I mean, 5 million compared to the price right now, PSN's not too bad for how good he is.
Iniesta's 6.5. That's okay.
Yeah, a little overpriced, but, you know, that's not too bad.
Compared to Cruz, I mean, if you think about how FIFA plays, he's got over 80 pace, you know, so it makes him a more valuable card. And then we've got, who's the other midfielder? Di Maria. What is he at?
He's at, I think, last I checked, about 12 mil, maybe?
Yeah, just under 12. And that card, I think, because people can play that card at striker. And that.
Yeah, I'm playing him at striker right now. I'll play you guys later. I have a striker.
Yeah.
I don't want to put myself through that. I'm going to pass.
Oh, every time I play Lurker from now on, I think I'm just going to throw my MLS team out just so I have the sense of, you know, knowledge that I played him with my MLS team. Like the last time I played, it was what, 2-1?
Yeah, I think it was 2-1.
Yeah, it was 2-1, and it was Team of the Year Cruz and Team of the Year Robin.
Yeah.
And the fact
and
that
if you go, like Neymar and shit.
The fact that I held it to 2-1 with my MLS team, I feel okay with.
Yeah.
I think that's if there's one thing I'm known for on Reddit for FIFA, it's my MLS team. Just I'll make a match thread about it next time I play you, I guess.
Alright.
But yeah, so these cards are going extinct, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so Schrodner on the Twitch stream asked, how is it stolen property if it's directly from the game EA distributes the coins? It's stolen property because it's not validated on EA's side. So the way FIFA works is it's 2-server validation. So it validates on your console, and then it has to travel to EA's server, check that you played the game, and come back. Right?
Yep.
The mod allows it so that it skips checking EA. So EA doesn't, I mean, they know because you can check the records, but it doesn't validate on their server. It never touches their servers. and it just generates coins. So essentially, they're taking these coins without EA's knowledge. That's how it's stolen property. Sorry, I should keep an eye on that a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, do you think there's a way to curb this inflation? Anyone?
Yeah. All right. So what you have to do is you either have to make the value of the coins much higher. So you'd have to find a way to make it where buying these coins would be a lot more expensive and they're worth a lot more.
Okay. So, I mean, so I'm curious. So would that require making the buy now cap up higher? So like not 15 million.
So if they're getting all these coins from the glitch or whatever,
Yeah.
basically, so they're playing a game, they're getting their 500 coins or whatever, right? And then they're these coins. So you'd have to make it where they'd get like at this point like almost nothing.
Yeah, like 100 coins maybe.
Or you'd have to influx a ton of like high value players. Like basically, you need to like get a bunch of cards that are worth like 15 million coins.
They'd basically have to screw with the card weight. Essentially, is what you're saying.
And
oh, did he start a thought?
Austin.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think there's really a good way to go about that. Because either you make it so that people who kind of rely on match coins and their season rewards to actually get their coins, like people who don't trade or buy coins, like they get almost nothing now,
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you have to make it so that, I mean, honestly, the only way to make it so that the kind of coin manufacturing business, not all that useful without eliminating it completely, would be to just introduce a shitload more cards.
Yeah.
Just increase the supply so much that the demand doesn't drive prices up.
Mm-hmm. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but if they can figure out, like, who's buying coins and who's not, sorry, Lurker, but if they were to ban these people, right, their coins just instantly get deleted from the market.
Yeah.
Like, they don't come back in. And that would drop prices a ton. Now, obviously, it's an unpopular opinion because people get to stop playing the game and EA would look like the bad guy. I don't know. Lurker, do you want to comment on that? What is your thought on the I could get banned for this? I mean, are you ignoring it? Or, like, I'm just curious, honestly.
The worry about getting banned?
Yeah, I mean, I know we're on PlayStation and we can kind of create another account and play, but...
That's what I do.
Okay.
I have a separate account for coin buying, selling.
Okay, so
but
you do it on a separate account and move it over. All right.
I do. I have a playing account and a coin buying, selling account. But the whole worry about it, I'm not too worried about it. The thing is, there's kind of like a little glitch around it. I know a lot of people messaged me about it because I mentioned it one time. Basically, hopefully everyone's watching the game. Huge tip right now. EA only tracks. EA employee told me this. They only track bronze and silver players.
Really?
Yes. So if you list a gold player,
that's worth 350 coins up for.
It has to be a rare gold player apparently.
Oh, a rare gold player. Okay, so 600 coins.
Yeah.
We got a badass over here. He's worth 600 coins.
Yep. You list them for $1 million, $2 million. They will not track your player. So big tip for you guys. That's what I do. I've yet to get an email or a warning or anything. So.
All right. So, I think what EA should do then, I'm going to play devil's advocate because that's my job here on coin buying. I think I'll just take that slot. Is that EA should track all purchases of maybe over $1 million on players that are Ronaldo and Messi.
Right.
Because
I agree.
Wouldn't it be? I don't know how they would operate this kind of thing because I'm just absolutely hopeless when it comes to like programming and stuff.
Yeah.
But if they, I mean, like there are sites like Footbin that automatically tracks like average buy now prices and all that stuff. I'm assuming this is possible. They could do something that would just track like any percentage above the average buy now.
Yes.
And then like automatically tag that and go investigate that case or whatever.
They could. It would take a lot of effort because I know Footbin actively tracks every single transfer, or at least one out of every 3, and then they average it, right?
Mhm.
So they'll skip one, skip one, skip one, skip one, skip one,
Yeah.
Okay.
and that way they can get, a good sense of the market, and that's why sometimes you'll see certain players disappear because they haven't been bought for an hour. And then it doesn't give you like a coin value. It'll say 0 because it was never bought. EA can do this. However, it would take a lot of manpower, a lot of money. We all know EA doesn't like spending money, but they like earning money. And it's touchy. They could, and I feel like they should, because ideally, in my mind, there are 2 players that are worth 1 million coins. Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Everyone else should be cheaper than that.
Yeah.
And I think in FIFA 13, it was about that. Like, until we got the Team of the Year and Team of the Season, of course. Informs and notwithstanding. They can obviously flex the thing. Like, Inform Robin. Okay, I can see where that's over 1 million coins. It's a 91 rated card.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember it back in the other FIFAs where, like you were saying, Messi and Ronaldo would be like 2 million coins, and then everyone else was just underneath it. Like
Yeah.
that was it.
And it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know how EA is going to handle it next year, because I mean, at this year I think we're past the point of no return.
Yeah, I think at this point they're just kind of letting it happen, and I would assume planning to, deal with it next iteration. They kind of have to. I mean, it's kind of ruining the game to some extent.
Yeah, and
or at least the part of the game they care about the most.
Yeah.
Right. The game has been. There's no going back at this point unless they did something insane that we don't know about.
Team of the season, because that was another question on Reddit. It was asked, what do we think is going to happen in the market as Team of the Season approaches? I think Team of the Season you won't see like the extinct cards come back, because those cards will be the best of the best. The Team of the Year cards are the best. They're not coming back from anywhere. You might see an Inform Ronaldo pop back because of his Team of the Season card. The lesser cards to pop up to Team of the Season, maybe you might see those come back a little bit, drop down. But I think there might just be a higher distribution of cards that are good but are also cheaper. I don't think the cards that are expensive will get much cheaper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lurker, you think?
I agree. I think that, Team of the Year will never come back. I think it's said and done. But I think that whenever the Team of the Season comes out, like for example Ronaldo, it's the second best card possible. So his Inform, possibly his Striker card, I'm not sure because it is Striker, but his Inform should go back in the market, and I think his regular card should go back down a little bit in price. But other players, for example, let's say Royce isn't having the best season, don't expect him to drop in price too much.
I would expect him to keep going up, honestly.
Yeah, I think he'll just keep going back because I don't think he'll have a Team of the Season card to compare to.
Yeah, unless he gets an Inform or something, I don't think he goes down at all.
Exactly. So I think it depends on the player exactly. But if you're looking for an Inform, a Team of the Year Ronaldo or Messi, they won't go back. Those super high-rated players, they won't go back in the market. The Team of the Season card will be the second best possible player on the market. So anything less will, go up a little bit, maybe drop a little bit. You just have to monitor by price.
Yeah, and then I think the players that get Team of the Season, their cards will go up really quickly before it and stay high during Team of the Season and then drop a bunch afterwards. Like we saw with Philip Lahm. That was the one I bought during Team of the Year, and I should have bought him afterwards, but he went up from about 30k to 50k during Team of the Year, and then after Team of the Year dropped to 35, 40. He hovered around there.
Yeah.
Another thing you'll see is cards that provide chemistry. I think Sami Khedira, I know he's going to be like, I don't want to say, he's cheap right now, but he'll get more expensive as the Bundesliga and the BBVA, or specifically Bayern and Madrid, get better and better cards. Mm-hmm. Because him and Toni Kroos are like the hyperlinks there. They cross the two leagues. So you can have Bale on one side, Royce on the other, Ribéry on the other, whoever. You can have Boateng on the left, Ramos on the right, that whole deal because of those players. And they'll go up. So chemistry is a big deal in card prices, which is why we're seeing Inform Shikawi go for, I don't want to say jack shit, but for the card, a lot less than he should be. Like, if Shikawi's card is Christian Eriksen, that card's 700,000, 800,000, 900,000, and Eriksen doesn't even have that good a chemistry because he's Danish.
Yeah. He's just in the Premier League, so
He's in the Premier League, so it's easy. Whereas Shikawi's in the Swiss League, which makes everything difficult. Like, I think the Swiss League has like one other player that I might want to use, and that's Fabian Schär.
And he's a center back, so he's like almost no help.
Exactly. You'd have to play Shikawi at like CM to get that to work.
Mm-hmm.
Which I actually wouldn't mind doing. He's got 87 passing. I might try that now.
I'm building Shikawi's squad as we speak.
Okay. We'll have to, Lurker, you'll have to send me the link and I can show it to everyone when you're done.
I will.
So, I mean, as far as the market goes, and Oz has a good point. He said it on Twitch. With every year having more people playing foot, it just gets harder to manage the market, which it really does, because FIFA is growing, exponentially, in fact. If you take a look at the community, the online community, and the gaming community itself, Ultimate Team is growing exponentially, which is why EA is not only having trouble keeping up with the servers, because I don't think they can predict exponential growth, but they're also having trouble with market stuff. They don't know exactly what's going to happen with this amount of people. It's like, I think Team of the Year will drop this player X amount and we can regulate the market this way. Like they did with, what was it? What was the event last year? Was it 5 years of foot where they gave everyone like trillions of untradeable packs that had super high card weights?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah, because I remember pulling Company and a couple informs. People pulled untradeable Messi's and stuff like that. It was just really common in those packs. That's why I made them untradeable, of course. I hate people who... Can I just aside for a minute? People who complain about getting good things in untradeable packs.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Like, screw you. Honestly, you get to use this amazing player. I don't care if you're a Real Madrid fan and you pulled Leo Messi. He's the second best, maybe the best inform or non-informed player in the game. Enjoy using him, because I'll never play with him. Okay?
I mean, I've never pulled anything amazing. I pulled a Juan Mata out of one this year, but like, I wouldn't mind having a freaking Robin or something. Like, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I think I can't really see why people would complain about the really, really high players, but like, I mean, I pulled Diego Costa and Cuadrado. Like, I mean, they're good players, but I would much rather have like the 70K from South.
The mid-league players. I can kind of understand that, yeah.
It's like, I feel like I should use them because they're good players and I can't get rid of them, but I would much rather have the coins to spend on a player that suits my playing style a little bit better. I wouldn't complain about it, but, if you asked me, do I like having the player, I'd give you a fucking mixed reaction. Like,
yeah. I mean, because I think my untradables were really lucky because they were all from Juventus and Petr Cech. Yeah. Like, I got Tevez, Vidal, Barzagli, and Petr Cech. Those were my good untradeable players. So I can really use Tevez, Vidal, and Barzagli really well because the Serie A is a great league, and you can work off Juventus really well. Petr Cech, I don't know if I'll ever use him. I have him. He's great. So if I ever want to sell my Hugo Lloris card, I can get some coins for it. But I don't foresee myself doing that ever.
You never sell Hugo.
You never sell Hugo.
He's amazing.
I don't know why Hugo's an 85. He should be an 86.
So do you guys want to get into...
You're 97 and you know it.
Do we want to get into what?
Team of the week talk.
Team of the week talk. Yes, thank you. We spent a lot of time on on the market, but it's one of our big stories. So I think we gotta
Get rambling, you know.
yeah,
Yes.
you know.
So first off, what's your overall impressions of this week? What do you guys like? What do you guys not like?
I like Harry Kane. I like the fact that he's in there. I think they've underrated him a little bit.
Hold on, Smokey, just for a second.
Oh, of course.
I don't know if you guys are watching the Twitch stream, but
No.
just it has to be done. Okay, continue what you were saying about Harry Kane.
I mean, honestly, I'm waiting for his upgrade. You know, I was kind of hoping the upgrades would come out earlier because I think his card was underrated to start the year, and it just sucks seeing him get in form. He's playing really well, and his card is still underrated. Like they boosted him 5 points, 6 points, something like that.
I mean, granted, to go from a 68 to a 74 in 2 cards, that's pretty unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm getting at. It's like they boosted him 6 points, and I still think they're
And it's
too
still
far.
too low, right?
Yeah, it's like you watch the kid play, and he's fantastic. He's amazing.
He's
Which,
definitely
I mean,
at the moment playing as. I mean, he has the most goals in the entirety of Europe outside of Messi.
Yep.
Like that's just stupid.
That's yeah.
So Harry Kane is obviously a big one. He's a big money maker. So you guys, silver packs. Silver packs this week are really good.
Yeah.
You've got
Yeah.
Kouyaté, who's worth a lot because he's a CDM, moved back to center back.
And the new team in the tournament.
And a team of the tournament has a lot of really good silvers in it. Correct. We'll get to team of the tournament.
As much as I love Harry Kane, the card that I want most out of this team of the week is hands down Dries Mertens.
Dries
Because he
Mertens'
is
card
by
looks
far
nasty.
the best winger in Serie A now. Like
Yes.
no question in my mind. He's amazing. That card is unbelievable.
And he's right-footed, so he's an inverted winger.
Yeah.
Which
He's just so good.
yeah, the only good inverted winger on the left-hand side currently is El Shaarawy, in my opinion.
Yep, I agree.
And
I mean,
this
you got what is it? Insigne's in form is all right, but
it's okay, but Insigne's technical stats aren't anything to, or skill stats, not like his shooting and passing aren't anything to stop at.
double. So he's
And
I mean,
Mertens has the winger
skills.
4 exactly.
Yeah.
Mertens has the winger 4. You know, pace, shooting, passing, and dribbling are all above 80,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's like the holy grail for wingers.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
And
another winger in the team of the week, Andre Schürrle, that card,
that card is super good.
and that's it's interesting because he's now Schürrle moving to the Bundesliga has provided a cheaper option for Marco Reus. Like if if you can just barely not afford Marco Reus, go pick up Inform Schürrle. It's almost the same damn card.
How much is it going for?
They're basically
142 right now.
Royce is a
And he's
bit more
dropping.
expensive. Yeah.
As soon as that not in form got to once the hype was gone and all that, first thing I did was make a Bundesliga team because the only thing holding me back was the fact that I didn't like any left wingers below Royce.
Yeah, because you can put. I mean,
Schürrle.
you've got right now. You've got Shaqiri on the right, Royce or Schürrle on the left, and now you're good.
Yep.
You've got your 2 options. Memphis Depay, 5-star skills,
I just bought
92
him.
pace.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good card. I've used his non-inform, and that I love that card. I used that in my Team of the Year Crash Dutch team with Schneider at center forward, Depay on the left, and I actually used Quincy Promes on the right. He's a 74 rated silver. He was really fun.
Okay.
Depay looks really good. And then comes the sweaty player of all sweaty players to ever be sweaty. Patrice Emerick Aubameyang.
The 96 pace.
Oh, geez.
Freaking.
Hold on. This
His
is
shooting 85. Like he's a legitimately good striker on top of it.
the scariest part for me. 97 acceleration, 96 sprint speed, 89 positioning, 90 finishing, 92 heading accuracy, and he's 6'1".
He's basically the only thing Dortmund has.
I don't even understand how you're
going
supposed
for
to
them.
defend that. That's
He doesn't have 4-star skills. That's your only saving grace.
yeah.
He's 3-3.
And there's a reason that Aubameyang is going for 1.6 million right now.
Yep.
There's a lot of him on the market, but he's really damn good. Like,
Yeah.
Doumbia
Yeah.
ain't got shit on this guy.
No.
And we'll get to that. We got transfers to talk about too.
Yep.
But let's finish team of the week.
Kuyate.
So disappointments.
Hold
Physical.
on, Kuyate. Hold on, let's get to Kuyate. We haven't really talked about him.
Okay.
79 pace, 89 physical
Mm-hmm.
as a center back in
He's-
the Premier League.
He's hands down the best silver center back I've
No
ever.
question.
There's no way you can find me someone with better physical who's wicked fast, and I mean for a center back.
Wait, hold on. What the hell is that guy's name? He used to play for freaking Cardiff. He played for Spurs too.
Cocker.
Cocker, thank you. He now plays for QPR, but in FIFA 14, yeah, no, his cards weren't even. I mean, yeah, I'll give it to him. His 74 inform was 74 pace, 77 defending, 81 heading.
Huh. That's
So
pretty good.
I think it's a race between those two
I'd still go with Kuyate.
because of the pace and the physical. Yeah.
His in-game stats aren't out, but I'm assuming his strength is just through the roof.
Cocker was 84. Kuyate's got to be plus 90.
You can't outrun him, and you can't muscle him. If he tries, he will catch you, and he will muscle you off the ball. That's just it. His defending doesn't matter because he's always gonna
Exactly. The
whiz
one
bang.
thing that you can get away with, I think, is he won't be intercepting the ball very often. You can try
that's
and
fair.
pass around him.
That's fair. You got to catch him out completely though, because if
If he's
step,
anywhere near it, he'll track it down.
yeah.
What's your highlight, Lurker? What do you think is best card here?
Besides the Aubameyang card, probably Depay.
Depay?
Yeah.
I've actually got my eye on Sergio Busquets.
I was looking at that card too, but I'm not seeing anything super special other than a DM who can pass kind of well.
I'm seeing my Xabi Alonso replacement.
Oh, that's fair.
That's what I'm seeing.
I mean,
'Cause-
Javi's got the shooting though, so I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that for my CDMs. I mean, he scored goals for me, which was weird coming out of the CDM role, and I was okay with it. But Busquets, as he transferred to Bayern, or as Alonso transferred to Bayern, Busquets is now, he can pass, he can defend.
That's true. I wasn't thinking about him in terms of La Liga, I guess, which is, I was just kind of thinking of him as a DM overall.
Yeah, I think because the only other one is
Khedira,
Khedira. He's
yeah.
the only really good DM,
Not much of a playmaker.
and his foot skills are
Yeah.
like Big Sammy. Sometimes I'm like, you know how when Shirashez does something, and you're like, why on God's green earth did you ever attempt to do that? That's what Sammy does for me. He'll just make this run out of nowhere. I'm like, cool, I'll give you the ball, and then he puts it into Rosie. I'm like, oh, well, great. Disappointments? No David Alaba.
No David Alaba. Yep.
That
Crazy.
card probably would have broken FIFA.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be a center back if he got it.
And we should have got Team of the Year anyway.
He should have got Team of the Year. Yeah. I don't
That
even
was-
want to get into David Luiz right now.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Thiago Silva, reputation, I'm kind of okay with it.
Yep. That's like the Danny Alves holdover last year. Yeah, he's been doing his thing at a pretty high level, so I can understand why you throw him in. But
I think Bodine and Alaba were better than David Luiz and Thiago Silva.
Oh, that's no question. There's
Yeah.
not. I don't think anyone doubts that.
except people who gave the award out.
Yeah. But did you see how many countries voted for fucking David Luiz? Like, how? Were they playing FIFA 13 the entire time? They weren't watching the World Cup. They were playing FIFA
yeah,
13.
of course.
Is that what happened?
They
I
don't.
mean,
Yeah, I don't
I don't understand why Iniesta was in there either. I mean, Luka was just
Yeah,
great
Iniesta
last
over
season.
Modric kind of
I
confuses
still,
me.
I still hold a lot of love for Luka, so him missing out was.
I don't think anyone can dislike Luka Modric.
I mean,
Can
a
someone
guy-
make a case for that?
I've gotten some people on Reddit who are really really displeased about how he left, and
Okay.
I don't really see it. I mean, he wanted to leave. We said wait a year. He buckled down, played his little fucking Croatian heart out, and then we let him go for a decent fee. Like, he was about as professional as you can get. Well, like, still, outright saying you want to leave. I can't really complain too much about it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Luka, he said he wanted to go. I mean, Van der Vaart also said he wanted to go. So, like,
Rafa was kind of a different situation, though.
yeah.
Like, I think, honestly, we were not necessarily happy, but it was one of those situations where we were going to have to let him go at some point, just because he was getting to the age where he was going to, like, he could only go 60 minutes as it was,
Yeah.
He was never a full 90 player.
Whereas Luka was just hitting the prime of his career.
Had to have a good way to part, and in theory it was going to be beneficial for everyone, but, that didn't turn out too well.
Yeah. And then we got so Modric missed out on Team of the Year, which we're all sad about. But that Alaba card, if it made Team of the Week, it was going to be a center back, and it was going to be upgraded of what his stats are now. Can you imagine that card running around at center back? Like, you pair him with Jerome Boateng, and then I don't know if there's something you can do about it, because the way you'd beat an Alaba is to cross it over his head. But if you have Boateng behind him, he's just going to sit behind there and knock everything out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a disappointment. I don't really know of anyone else. Casillas, I mean, he had a great... It was funny. Casillas, I thought a lot of people wanted to give Casillas a troll Team of the Week, which would have been great, because, yeah, I don't know. The Atletico Bayern game was interesting. Kuyate.
I do want to shout out to my boy Julio Gomez,
Yes.
former
Yes.
Spurs keeper.
Former Spurs keeper.
Yeah, down at Watford. Apparently had a good week. Yeah, good for him.
And I don't know how many of you guys remember playing FIFA 12 and FIFA 13. Wellington made the Team of the Week.
Yeah.
The Russian League Brazilian striker that made the horrible pairing, and I think Wellington made Emenike what Emenike is today. That's what happened there.
Yeah.
And he made it. Also, Gary Hooper, a silver inform with 81 shooting.
What's bothering me about that is he's got the same overall as Kane, and his stats basically.
That's just not right.
I'm kind of disappointed about that because I think Kane deserves all those stats instead. But
They legitimately made Gary Hooper better or equal to Harry Kane in every category except dribbling.
and he's only a point down in that.
That's awful.
I'm not pleased.
But my advice: silver packs with Team of the Tournament. Let's Team of the Tournament talk. Let's get to that.
Bentaleb. Sorry, I'm just shouting out all the Spurs players right now.
I can't believe he made it.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked. Honestly, I love the kid. I think he's
a good player in real life. I really don't watch much Spurs play.
He is our best academy project aside from Harry Kane. And I think the only reason he's not being praised is because of Harry Kane.
Right.
Yeah, he is the most composed, controlled, just amazing. Like he looks like a veteran out there. He's 20. He's 20 or 21. I think he's 20, and he runs the midfield. He really does. It's unbelievable.
I think the only thing that worries me with him is his decision making sometimes.
I think, yeah. I mean, there are times, but I think he's been good enough for the most part to the point where even if he makes a bad decision, he can still just get the ball off back to a center back pretty well.
Yeah.
Even if he finds himself having made a mistake, he recovers well for the most part.
Bentaleb is there.
But,
Um,
you know, I don't want to.
Colo Toure.
Colo.
Polo, hey!
Yeah, Lurker, you're the Liverpool fan. I didn't know Colo had an inform. That's a thing.
He doesn't get into our starting lineup, but he gets the team of the tournament. So
Yeah, Colo got team of the tournament. We found the best right back for the League One. It's Aurier. He's
oh
gonna
my
be
god,
nasty.
that looks like a ridiculous card. What right back is better than that besides team of the year long?
Yeah. Inform Lichtsteiner.
Let me see.
I'm gonna go with Inform Lichtsteiner. Just because, and Aurier's close, but I think Lichtsteiner, his skill stats are a little bit better.
Are we just
And
talking
obviously-
right back in general right now?
Right back in general, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you want. If you want, because like honestly, for my fullbacks, I like them to just stay back and do their thing. Like one of the players that I almost always have in a team is Radu. Serie A. He's got medium high. He just hangs back, does his defensive thing, and doesn't get in the way when I'm going forward.
Yeah.
So I might look at like Martin Caceres, for example.
Caceres would be a very good one for that. Yeah.
Because first of all, as a center back, he's amazing because he's got like 80 pace, and he goes for an absurdly low amount considering that. You know, and he doesn't even have any like glaring weaknesses. Honestly, he's got medium highs.
If anything, his only weakness would be his lack of confidence on the ball. I think that's it.
Yeah, but I mean, as a right back, that's an issue if you want him to join in the attack. But I mean, as far as center backs go, I'm surprised he doesn't go for a bit more.
Yeah, I think it's because the oversaturation of very good center backs in the Serie A. There are tons of them.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be it. I mean,
Literally every center back on Juventus' roster is very good in FIFA. I think
fair.
Bonucci is the worst one, and that's about it.
Yeah.
He's got the only reason he's bad is because he's got 69 pace. Other than that, team of the tournament, Aurier with the best right back card in existence currently. I just looked at it. It's better than Lichtsteiner's card. I just can't think of a team I'd want to build around it because I don't like League One all too much.
Yeah, you're kind of forced into using basically PSG. Like,
yeah, it's a team of PSG players basically.
Yeah, that's it. Like maybe one guy if you're into Berbatov. Moutinho. Moutinho's a good shout.
Moutinho's good. Yeah. You used to be able to use Falcao and James Rodriguez, but
last year was a pretty good cam. He was short, but he was quick, good dribbler. But yeah, at this point, they don't have much outside of PSG going on. Not a lot of good. Lavezzi is a good winger, but other than that, him and Lucas, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could hybrid up pretty easy.
Yeah, you could do that, but I mean, it's kind of not too.
Yeah, I mean, you could do like a half PSG backline with him, Silva, and then you could do the other side, Chiellini and someone else.
Yeah.
And then put Sirigu and keeper.
Yeah. Maybe throw Pogba in there to link up with the Chiellini side. But yeah, you definitely have to hybrid it unless you wanted to just run PSG and the odd inform.
We got Wilfried Bony. That card, I mean, I'd like to play that. If I was playing a two striker set, that would be my big guy. That's pretty good for a big guy right there. 85 shooting, 88 physical. That's almost exactly what I want.
Oh, yeah.
Just get the ball, put it in the net. That's all you need to do. Toure, I mean, Yaya's going to be Yaya.
Yeah.
Do his thing. And then Atsu. Atsu and Ayu. Those are the two other ones that are... Atsu finally got moved to right mid, so he's, like, useful.
Yep.
I mean, I'd never use him as a center attacking mid, ever.
Yeah, he's not really helpful there at all.
But as a right mid, it's okay. Now, Ayu, I kind of wish would get moved to striker. Because 82 pace, 82 dribbling, 78 shooting, 78 passing, 80 physical. That sounds like a pretty boss center forward to me.
Yeah, I mean, I like to run a 4-3-2-1. So, I mean, as far as left forwards go, that sounds pretty good to me.
A left forward would be pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, but as a winger, yeah, I'd rather see him in the center.
And then we've got Dye as a C. His name is Dye. He plays for Stuttgart. 82 pace, 72 dribbling.
He's a silver, right?
Yeah, 72 defending, 87 physical. So it's
He's,
basically Kuyate as
except
CDM.
DM in the Bundesliga. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna. That's just a filthy card.
It's a really good card. And he's got medium high work rates too. And 70 passing. Damn. I like that card.
Yeah.
I might have to inquire about about this.
When we guys want a game, I just gotta inform to pay. I build a squad around him.
Okay, cool. We will definitely have to go and do that after this. I'm feeling it. MLS. I might stream that right after me playing the new Depay squad.
I've been informed about Chico. I don't know, Chikawi.
Chikawi.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we've talked team of the week, team of the tournament pretty well.
Yep.
Upgrades.
Covered.
Those are coming.
Oh yeah.
Who do we think? I mean, Harry Kane, he's a lock.
Harry Kane's a lock. Lacazette's a lock.
Is he?
I think Godin
yeah.
is
100%.
Lacazette's a lock. De Gea, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
De Gea's got to get it.
I think De Gea is only like a 1 or 2 point. He's going to get maybe 84 or 85. He's not going to go higher than that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think De Bruyne will get one.
Godin, De Bruyne.
He's had what, like 2 or 3 informs this year. I feel like, and he's been running the show for Wolfsburg. Like I think he's as close as you can get to a lock at this.
Any silver players? The guy from
Saido Berahino or something?
Berahino. Yes, West Brom.
Berahino could get one. I think Bentaleb deserves one.
Of course.
Admittedly, I'm basically the captain of the Bentaleb Hype fan club now that Tim Sherwood is MIA. But
Tim Sherwood's gone.
I think he should be like a 73.
Yeah, a 73 or 74. I could see.
I think they need to shuffle his stats around because he's rated more as like a playmaker type instead of the defensive type. At this point, I would probably give him medium high. I think he's got medium right now. He's totally playing as a DM, and he doesn't get himself forward too much. But I doubt they'll bump him up. I don't think he's high enough profile.
All right, so 2 that are maybes. They're both 83 rated. Paul Pogba and Christian Eriksen.
Oh, I hope Pogba gets one.
I think Pablo will get one. Christian Eriksen?
Yeah.
I would imagine he will, yeah.
The thing is, though, they're already 83 rated, right?
Yeah.
So
Eriksen was 84 last year, wasn't he? Like, didn't they knock him down?
no, he was 82 last year.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm crazy then. I don't know if they'll bump him up, honestly. I think they should because I think he's been playing very, very well. But in terms of stats, he's gotten a few goals, but he's not really. He's creating a lot of chances, and he's helping the attack a lot. But I don't think he's got the stats. I don't think FIFA sits down and watches all their matches. So I don't.
Eriksen?
Eriksen, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get one.
I hope so.
I think
we're-
Pogba would be an 84.
Fantastic. And a shift to Cam, please.
Yeah, a move
Wait,
over to
forward
attacking
and-
mid would be great.
to Cam.
The problem is they're actually playing him at left mid.
Yeah, but that's only been the last month or so. He was at Cam for a while until Chadley had to go on. Chadley.
Yeah, Chadley could get an upgrade.
Dolphins got to go up.
79 to 80, I could see that.
Yep. I think he deserves it. His pace is a little low rated right now. I don't think they're really shooting high enough. His dribbling is probably fair. But yeah, he should get a little boost.
Lurker,
Naldo, another one.
Lurker, who's the right back that we played against? Spurs.
Who what?
The right back that Liverpool played against. Ibe.
I've got that hype right now. I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised.
he's not a right back. He's actually more of an attacker.
Yeah,
He plays like a 3-5-2,
Oh, okay.
but like I was like he's like a attacking. He's a winger pretty much. I don't know, but he played pretty well defensively, kind of.
Is
tracked
he
back and stuff.
in FIFA?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. for Derby, he's a 67 rated left mid.
Oh my god.
I could see him obviously getting a Liverpool card transferred to 71, 72.
See, he's only played like 2 games this season. He's impressed in both. But
FIFA is all about FIFA focuses so much on reputation. I think.
it's all about
Thomas
hype.
Rodriguez, look at him. Like, let's be real.
I mean, 87 is probably a bit much for him. He's an 87.
86.
What do you guys think about Aguero getting an upgrade?
No.
I don't think he's been healthy enough to warrant it.
That and he's got nowhere to go. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
I mean,
I was trying to make the point with Eriksson and Pogba. They're both 83s, right? So for them to go up, they have to go to an 84. So these are all the players that are 84s that they'd be on par with.
Oh,
Andrea
on a
Pirlo.
good level? Oh, never mind. Sorry, you finish your thing.
Yeah, so Andrea Pirlo, Wesley Schneider, Mehdi Benatia, Xabi Alonso, Cesc Fabregas, Chiellini, Higuain, Cazorla. Like, are we saying they're that level player?
Yeah.
I would
Pogba
say
is that good.
Pogba at the very least is definitely an 84. I mean,
Okay.
if you look at just the midfielders, you've got Cazorla. I would say he's a better player than Pirlo right now. Honestly, I mean,
I think he's a very different player than Pirlo, but I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Cazorla is basically a winger at this point, but I'm comparing them. I think an 84 for Pogba is definitely fair, and I think an 84 is fair for Eriksson, but I don't know if he's done enough. Like, I mean, I'm talking about ability versus form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the thing with
I don't
Eriksson, though, is,
think-
like, if you look at 83, there are a lot of really good 83 rated players.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Although with
Ramsey,
Aguero,
Danny Sturridge, Quadrado,
Mhm.
Pjanic, Marquisio, Rakitic, Mandzukic,
yeah.
they're all 83s.
I think with Aguero, though, there's no 87 in the Premier League, for example. Just looking at that, except for informs. And then Falcao and Van Persie, both of whom have been performing worse than Aguero lately, are 88s. So
Aguero's second in the Premier League for goals right now.
Yeah, I feel like he might not have done enough to deserve an upgrade, but if we're rating him compared to other players,
Right.
definitely a better player than that.
What about Diego Costa?
It should be higher.
Costa could get up to an 86 or an 87.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. If he goes to an 87, I think Aguero should, though.
If he goes to an 87, Aguero definitely should. If he goes up to, Aguero should at least go up one, if not to 88.
Yeah.
I think, so with strikers in my mind, in the world right now, Messi doesn't count. He's a center forward. He's a false nine. He does his own thing.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's Suarez, Ibra, Lewandowski, Aguero tied. Then
But if you were to play the game tomorrow, I think I'd pick Aguero over anyone.
I've heard talks that they're talking about downgrading Suarez, or he should be downgraded to an 88.
I don't
He hasn't had the best start for Barcelona, but I
Yeah.
mean, seeing him play at
Downgrades are
Liverpool,
very
he's the
rare.
best player I've ever seen play for Liverpool.
Yeah.
He has talent,
Yeah.
but I mean, he hasn't had the best start. I don't think
He's
it's
also
downgrade.
not playing striker anymore. He's playing right wing.
Yeah.
He's playing winger. It's Neymar left wing, Messi false nine, and then the Suarez right wing. That's not his preferred position. He plays in the middle. That's how he plays.
They kind of play like a 4-3 fuck it. They don't really have
No.
positions up top. They just kind of
They rotate and do their own thing.
three of arguably the best forwards in the fucking world just kind of do their thing.
That seems ridiculous. Neymar, Messi, and Suarez as your forwards.
Yeah.
Benzema, Ronaldo, Bale. Like,
I would take Barcelona's lineup without question. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I
I
mean,
think the one thing that they lack is cohesiveness. Like, it's coming. It'll get there.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm taking Barcelona the entire way. But
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, if I'm looking
Well, I
right
mean-
now,
depending on their center back situation, but
Yeah.
yeah.
right now, I want Benzema with Ronaldo and Bale. Because I know Benzema is okay being the team player.
Oh yeah, they're definitely a better unit right now. But in terms of like individual players,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Individual, it's definitely Suarez, Neymar, Benzema. Or Suarez, Neymar, Messi.
Yeah.
I don't know who is going to be the team player out of those three. Because you
Messi.
got to have one.
I think it's going to be Messi as soon as Suarez finds his feet. I mean, look at him yesterday or the day before, just having Neymar take the penalty. You know what I mean? He's probably the least worried about, getting his of any player in any sport at that ability level. You know what I mean?
I think we all take advantage of seeing Messi play. I think Messi is the greatest player to ever play. So we can.
To that one.
That's my opinion. I mean, and people will disagree. Brazilian Ronaldo, you have your opinions. I think Messi is the greatest player to ever play. I think when it's all said and done, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
I think, to me, it's ridiculous.
So wait, greatest attacker to ever play. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'll say greatest attacker to ever play. I mean, it's definitely close. I think Cruyff's up there. I think Brazilian Ronaldo's up there. Even Cristiano's up
You
there.
have to say Pele. I mean, that's
Pele's up there. Maradona's up there. But I never seen, like, you just watch Barcelona play. It's like magical to see Messi play. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think, like, of the strikers we got in FIFA, we got Messi, then we got Ibra, Suarez, Lewandowski, Aguero. I think the top 4 should all have the same rating. They should all be 88s. And Van Persie's an 88, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Van
although
Persie-
on his current form, I don't know about that one. 2
Van
years.
Persie should be an 86. Like,
Lewandowski's an 87.
yeah. We should have Ibra, Suarez, Aguero, all at 88. They're all the same.
Yeah, I agree.
Rooney, Costa, Van Persie, maybe Benzema and Tevez. You know,
Are we talking about current form or what?
just in general, I think that's because Van Persie 3 years ago was an 88.
This year, he's about an 80.
Yeah, I mean, so current form obviously weighs in on it, but he's on a decline. He's not getting
Yeah.
any better.
No.
Rooney has been a solid 86. I don't think he's ever been better than that, worse than that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Tevez is
I
probably
think
solid
so.
86. He should be an
Evans is
86.
tearing it up in Serie A. I think he's leading goal scorer. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
he is.
Yeah, Tevez.
Yeah, but I think with Serie A, EA is just they dropped like half the league, like 3 or 4 points. Like Di Natale went from an 85 last year.
Oh,
to
they're so biased towards BBVA and Premier League. It's ridiculous.
And the
Yeah,
Bundesliga for the two big teams. The two big
everyone.
teams in the Bundesliga get hype.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous how low they rate Serie A. Pogba's a fucking 83 overall. Like, that's insane to me.
I mean, like, you've got players like, Jackson Martinez at 82. And, I mean, he's definitely as good as, I would say Huntelaar right now. Huntelaar's not playing great. And
Nope.
he's got his...
suspended for 5 games?
Yeah, he's got his name, but that's about it. I mean, Huntelaar's probably at the point where he's going to start getting Pirlo-esque downgrades in pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think if we're talking upgrades for Aguero, I could see him being an 88 because I think that's where he is. But I also think if Aguero goes up, Costa has to go up. There's no question
Mm-hmm.
because they're right, Sanchez.
Yeah, he deserves about +2, I'd say. Maybe.
85. I could see Sanchez with an 85
Mm-hmm.
because that
I-
gives him...
Imagine a second inform card. That would be ridiculous.
Because of the left wingers, Hazard is an 88. I don't understand that. Can someone explain that to me? How Hazard is an 88?
I
What
think
do you think
it should be on level, honestly.
I mean, because Hazard's an 88. Royce and Neymar are 86s.
I think they should be whatever they are should be the same. Like I don't
Yeah,
see much of a difference between the two in terms of just like overall ability.
you've got Ronaldo at 92. That's fine. He's up there.
Perfectly.
Then everyone else at 87. Ribery, Hazard, Royce, Neymar, now Sanchez.
I think the thing with Ribery is he's still on that Ballon d'Or
Yeah.
type. You
He's
know, what I
not,
mean?
he's not
His rating is a result of that.
starting for Bayern right now.
Yes.
What's that?
Yeah, I think when he's healthy, he starts.
hmm
When he's healthy, he starts. Then they bought a left winger, didn't they?
Bayern.
I thought they got someone in the transfer
They
window.
got Bernat, who I think is more of a wingback
Left
guy.
He's been really good. He may get a big upgrade.
And fullback when they do a back four.
Burnett?
Juan Bernat, yeah, he
Yeah.
may get like a 74 to 75 card or something like that.
I could see it.
He's been very.
David Silva upgrade.
I don't think so.
He's fantastic, but I think he's probably rated pretty. If he was a cam, I would say
pretty fucking high. I think he deserves it. I think he's a fantastic player. I think 87 is perfect.
Well, because of the center mids in the game, the highest is Iniesta at 89, Schweinsteiger at 88, and then it drops to 87 with Modric and Lahm.
I think he'd be an 88 if he was in the center, wouldn't he? I think his rating, his overall is more a reflection of the fact that he's at left
wing.
Yeah.
I think if it was a center mid card, I think his card would automatically be upgraded about 88, 89.
Yeah, so he'd be on par with Iniesta.
Right. Which I think is fair.
Yeah, so basically his upgrade should be play me at center attacking mid.
Right. Yeah. And he automatically same stats. If he put the same stats CM or CAM, I think he'd be 89.
And I think that about covers upgrades. I don't think anyone else. Does anyone else have two or more?
I'm looking through right now. Let me see.
I mean, like, there's on the fullfifa.com it said Ronaldo should get an upgrade to like a 94, but like, kind of weird.
They don't have the space to do that though. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's already 99. Well,
yeah,
well, the
year
goes to 100. Doesn't make sense.
No, it couldn't really happen.
I mean, should in theory Ronaldo and Messi both have 93 rated cards? Probably.
Yeah, I would say so.
You know.
How about Griezmann?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him get up. He's
84 rated Griezmann. I could see it.
Yeah, and a move to he plays as a second striker at this point. I think right. He's not even playing.
He's not even playing left wing. He's playing what David Villa played last year.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see it. Partially because of his form and partially because of position change. I think they'd probably be more likely to introduce a new card if it was going to be a new position.
Isco.
I
think
don't admittedly I don't watch Real Madrid much, but
yeah, I mean Real Madrid fans are saying that he's probably the best player of the season for them. So
I think Isco gets upgraded if Eriksen gets upgraded. In my mind, that's how it should work because I think they're equal level players, right? But the fact of the matter is,
he was trying to tell me that Gylfi Sigurdsson is better than both of them. Here you say
God.
That. Yeah, that was actually an extended argument. That wasn't just a one-off. He was like trying to convince me.
Now, admittedly, I could see Gylfi getting a 79 rated card.
Yeah, I think that would be fair. He's at least his first few months were unbelievable. I mean, he hasn't carried the exact same form, but he's been pretty good.
I could see him going up a point or two.
So just to let you guys know, the upgrades are hitting packs 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow.
Oh, no way?
Shit.
Yeah.
News breaking. How did you find that? Where?
It's a.
Oh, we lost him.
And he cuts out.
Oh, jeez.
No
breaking
way!
News,
Wow.
Time to leave.
Hello.
Now you're back.
Okay, this is according to fullfifa.com.
Okay.
It says the regular card located in transfer market in your club stay the same. The inform card only come in new packs. However, the informs both on the market in club receive the live boost.
Yes.
When a silver gets upgraded to a gold, the silver inform card does not get upgraded. For example, if Harry Kane gets
every time.
Every single time. So basically what he's saying is if Harry Kane gets upgraded to a 75 or 76, which he will,
he should.
Yep. Silver informs will be as they are. They're not changing. Yep.
Sorry, but I don't know why this keeps happening.
It's like in the middle of sentences. I'm like super interested in what you're saying, and then all of a sudden you're just not saying it anymore.
But yeah, and then apparently they're coming out tomorrow, which I am okay with, because Godin will skyrocket.
Yeah.
So, has anyone seen anything in the community recently, Reddit, YouTube, otherwise, that has been good?
Reddit, YouTube, otherwise.
Just something that you thought was cool.
just this interests me specifically because I don't have the time or the patience to do trading, and I don't buy coins. Um, at least one guy I saw recently starting a YouTube series that's like purely match earnings.
Okay.
Um,
Do you know who
like
it
he's
is? The name?
not going to do anything except for buy players and build up that way.
Do we have a
Which,
name?
huh?
A name of the guy?
Um, I don't even remember.
Was it on Reddit?
Yeah, I want to say it might have actually. Let me check right now. It might have been on FIFA Pro. Yeah, it
Okay.
is. Here it is. I got it. It's
Yeah, guys, how's it
Oh
going?
Jesus, that's loud. Mortician14 on YouTube,
Mortician 14. All right.
and then the
No
guy,
points, no coins, just foot. Okay, cool.
yeah, the guy who posted it on there was saying something about doing like a Twitch series instead of posting YouTube videos, just streaming the same idea. And I mean, it's not some crazy revolutionary idea. It's just like it's something that caught my interest just because of the fact that that's more or less how I play.
Yeah, as Alice said, yeah, not to knock on this guy or anything, but he's just playing the game like most people do. It's kind of sad that other YouTubers are so stuck on buying packs, coins, points, and that's just that it's actually an original idea to play like a normal human.
Yep.
Yeah, I wholeheartly agree. Gonwa, you see anything recently?
Honestly, I haven't seen anything. I've just been lurking on the subreddit.
Just you're taking Lurker's namesake is what's going on, basically.
Yeah, I just kind of lurk,
I've seen you post maybe like once.
Yeah, I don't really post that much, to be honest with you. I want to start doing it, but to be honest, I'm just more interested in seeing what people's crazy luck is, and watching videos and stuff. And
I think my my shout out for community to Shane Solo. He's actually moderating. I love it.
Yeah,
They're not
ourselves
a
out.
full front. There's not a full front page of memes, and I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Lurker, anything down by you?
I was just about to say, I think, the front page looks a lot different than it did a few weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so meta.
FIFA meta. Okay, cool. So with the new team of the week, do you think any of the best squads, so to speak, are changing? This involves with upgrades and transfers upgrades coming, transfers that just happened. So Doumbia to Roma.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Yeah.
Are you seeing the best? Go for it. You want to talk about it? Go.
So hopefully I don't get cut out. Let me know if I do. But Doumbia has been a beast for me. I think I have more goals with him than I have games.
And there he goes.
Yeah.
Stop, restart.
I don't even know when we're gonna get him back.
So to fill in on his dying, we'll have to fix this. But to fill in on
Yeah.
his dying wish, I don't have an issue with Doumbia. A lot of people, oh my god, sweaty, pace forward motherfucker.
I mean, it's like the new Alba card. It's like a good striker that's got 90 plus pace.
Yeah, the thing with Doumbia is he's legitimately a good player. Like, if you've ever watched him play in real life, he actually is very, very good at being a striker. He just happens to be rapid.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Barbo, on the other hand, is just 90 whatever pace he is, 93 pace.
I think I described it as if Barbo couldn't hit water if he kicked a ball out of a boat.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty fair. Yeah.
If you're gonna build that insane pace squad for Serie A, just go with Shaqiri. I mean, you're
Or
losing 5
Turbe.
pace.
You're into that kind of thing.
Turbe. Like, you're losing a little bit of pace, but come on, Shaqiri is just better.
And that's...
Piss people off, but
I mean, the Barbo mind games are a thing. That's definitely a thing.
Yep.
Shaqiri was the one I was going to bring up. He is, in my opinion, the best right-sided player in the Serie A now.
Yep.
Because of, he's left-footed. He's got decent pace, decent skill attributes. So I'm seeing a lot of Shaqiri on the right. It used to be Candreva or Quadrado, but obviously Quadrado's moved out. Candreva's right-footed. I think, Shaqiri's the best one there. I'm using him.
Fantastic player.
Yep. And don't forget Trevino. He's actually a really solid player.
Gervinho's good. He's a gooner, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
He left.
Former. I can let it pass.
He did himself a favor. He got out, and he got better once he left. That's how goonerisms work, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
It's standard, right? Van Persie, Fabregas, that's a thing.
Yeah, no, totally.
I mean, freaking Alex Song went to Barcelona. Like, God, he's got to be great.
Yeah.
We could just ignore the whole West Ham bit after the fact, but you know.
It's only a loan, right? Lurker, have you seen anything recently that's changing up what people are doing?
On Red FIFA?
Well, in the game in general.
I noticed on PSN lately, for some reason, every single team I played has been over like 1 million points.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's about.
That's coming. I think the highest I faced so far was every single team of the season player in one team. I saw that once, and I was like, God, that guy spent over $1,000 on FIFA.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm wallowing out in like Division 4 right now, so I'm just coming across your run-of-the-mill Premier League teams. You know, you got your Willian on the right because Sherla's not quite quick enough for him.
What about Quadrado versus Willian? Do you think that's going to change much?
When he drops in price, yeah.
Okay, you think people are going to actually prefer the 5-star skills?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And he has a little bit more pace, right?
A little bit. I think it's like 3
Yeah,
points.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm liking what's going on in the Bundesliga, though. I mean, works,
What was Sherla? Yeah.
With Charlotte, yeah, I like him there. He's a
Sherla
cheaper-
being the cheap option to Royce is very, very
Yeah.
good.
I mean, De Bruyne has been
Very
great.
excited
You can
about
afford
that.
one of his informs. I've heard his informs are ridiculously good.
One thing I am seeing is second inform Schneider.
Yep.
I'm using him right now. Yeah, he's a beast.
I bought him because I described it to Smokey earlier. He is a mobile version of informed Francesco Totti.
Yeah.
That's
Which
what he
is my
is.
dream player, as a side note. So
What?
that's my dream player, as a side
Schneider?
note. I love everything about him except for the fact that he would probably get lapped in a race by Continental Drift. He wouldn't just lose; he would get lapped.
What, Totti?
Yeah. Oh my! It was terrible. Like I felt like I was moving backward at times. It was, and I was forcing myself. I'm like, no, I need to use him. I packed him. I didn't have to buy him. I need to use him, and I couldn't work it out. I gave up.
Yeah, it takes a disciplined mind to play with informed Francesco Totti. It really does.
I just don't. I don't have it. I can't cope. I mean, part of it was the fact that I didn't really like him at Cam because the midfield was always too congested, because people love to play with like really high pressure and sprint around in circles. So I tried playing him in a false 9, and that worked a little bit better because he would kind of peel off the center backs a bit, and his passing is so good that you could play off balance balls with him and they would be fine. So that was working a little bit, but it made me drop Higuain, who is, been playing way above his rating, outperformed Tevez, absolutely no question, and currently has 25 goals in the 17 games I've played with him. And I just didn't want to drop him because I love the card so much.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things where I'm getting rid of him now just because it's just not worth trying to use him.
Yeah, he's him and Pirlo, the two of them. Like, my second favorite midfield in FIFA this year is Totti, De Rossi, Pirlo, because I like to play a very slow game. I like to just put the ball around, back and forth, left, right. I don't play the typical FIFA game with a lot of dribbling and sprinting. And they do that very well. If you can put two decent wingers on the left and right and a striker up top, that 4-2-3-1 will win you lots and lots and lots of games.
What is your guys' favorite midfield?
Favorite midfielder?
Midfield, like 3, let's say.
Oh, favorite midfield trio?
Yeah.
I'm inclined, so I'll start, I guess. I'm inclined to say, currently, second informed Schneider, informed Mello, and Lam, because they've been really good.
That's
But
great. That's great. Yeah.
what's been proven to me is Pogba, Vidal, and Lam. I've used them and I love them.
Pogba, Vidal, yeah, I'm gonna say that. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to try De Bruyne, Lam, and like a Schweinsteiger. That would be fun.
Mine, I've played with these players individually. De Jong is honestly my favorite DM in the entire game. I'm using De Rossi right now, but Nigel De Jong was just everywhere that I wanted him to be.
Yep.
And the same with Nainggolan, honestly. And then for the longest time, I loved Hernanes last year, and he's kind of disappointing this year, to be honest. I don't know what it is. He just doesn't feel quite as good. And the same with Guarin, but Moussa Dembele has honestly been one of my favorite midfielders. He's so unbelievably strong on the ball. So I think it'd probably have to be De Jong, Nainggolan, and Moussa.
All right, Lurker, what do you got?
Are we talking
Wait.
about the CMs or counting a cam too?
Okay,
Trio.
three
Your
men
trio. Your
midfield.
midfield three.
Yeah.
Let's
I mean,
wait. Coins incoming. Now go.
No, I'm using a 4-3-2-1 right now. And I have Yaya, Torre, Schweinsteiger, and Lam. And that three right there is insane.
Yeah, I think for non-informed cards, I don't know if you can beat that.
I think Lam is probably the best CM in the game.
I really like him. I mean, the only thing that he doesn't have for me is height to win headers.
Or
and
strength.
Or strength, and that's why I paired him up with Informed Melo, because he's
Right.
got all that.
I mean, his interceptions, he intercepts fucking everything. His
Everything.
passing, dribbling.
Everything.
But
Yeah.
Paul Pogba, though, he's so steady on the
Paul
ball.
was great too. Yeah.
He stays on everything.
You guys, see, I'm being more convinced about Paul Pogba. Gama will tell you. Paul Pogba is one of those players I look at. I was like, everyone says this guy's great. Why?
Because he has a little bit of everything. Pace,
Yep,
shooting,
that's what it is
power.
He's not like outstanding at this one certain thing. He's one of those guys who's just solid on everything.
You can
Which
play him
is-
as striker or center back, and he'll do a job for you.
Yeah, and I think that's it, because I'm so used to using Vidal as that player, and Pogba's becoming that player. So I kind of look at it as, well, wait, Ituro can do all that. Why do I need Pogba? But I played Pogba in a more attacking role, and he did a very good job. So I am satisfied with Paul. He's done work for me.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled to hear that. I'll call him up.
Yeah.
Tell him you're a fan now.
I'm calling up Pirlo to give him the news. Let him talk to Pogba for me. It'll sound better because Pirlo's never impressed. So has anyone used a player, their favorite single player this week?
Oof.
Seydou Doumbia. He's
Doumbia?
been very good, yeah. Him or Pogba, yeah.
I gotta keep giving my shout out to Big Hig. That guy, I don't understand. Like, I tried Tevez. It might be the work rates, honestly. That's the only thing I can think of, because looking at his stats, his dribbling is better, his shooting is better, he's faster. But Higuain does everything I want from a striker. He just happens to be, he basically reads my mind. It's like one of the few players in the game, other than maybe Nainggolan, who I don't understand why he's so good, that just happens to do exactly what I'm hoping the player does at a given time.
Oh, he's another one that might get an upgrade, Nangolan. He's another one.
I hope so.
That would be nice. He
He
would have
deserve
some
it.
crazy
I hope
good.
to use that card.
Yeah. You
So,
got a
Lurker?
downgrade for whatever reason.
I kind of have a newfound love for Bale. I think I'm sitting on Team Robin, and every game I play with him, he's fucking insane. But Bale recently has just been like, I play him at a striker role, like a 7 chem or whatever, and he's just insane. So
That is, I'm hoping Godin goes up enough that I can get Bale. That's my wish, to play Bale and Luka in the same team and enjoy it and love it.
yeah, I think him at striker is insane.
I'm definitely going to have to try that now. But my favorite player this week, for reasons unbeknownst to anything, is Thiago Silva. He's in a team with second informed Schneider, informed Huntelaar, informed Melo. But paired with Boateng and David Luiz at the back, whenever those two fuck up, he is there to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a magician. He snaps his fingers and the ball goes up past half. I don't know how he does it. He just does.
Yep.
He's probably the best center back in the game, not informed.
Yeah, I'm quickly learning this.
Yeah, him and company have made me cry basically several times. But it's like I would be positive, I'm like about to release a perfect through ball and instant tackle or like an interception that I didn't think anyone had any right to ever make, and then I'm like, what? I'll be immediately like confused. I'm like, how did that even happen? And then I'll remember I'm playing Vincent Company or Thiago Silva. I'm like, all right, well, that's gonna happen. Yes.
Yeah, it's playing against high-rated defenses is very, very frustrating sometimes because they'll just cut everything out.
Yeah.
Something we already kind of went over, but I wanted to come back to. Anyone watched a YouTuber or a streamer this week that you thought was particularly interesting?
I really like Spencer FC.
Spencer FC, always a good shout.
The Wheel of Future, I think the series is called.
Mm-hmm.
Really fun series, like really great idea. It's one of those series that you can watch from like beginning to end, and every episode is something new. If you haven't watched it, I think you should try it from like episode 1. It's a really crazy idea, and it works out. It keeps you like interested.
All right, Smokey, you already mentioned the guy who was doing only FIFA coins. Was there anyone else, or only match coins?
I don't watch a lot, honestly. I'm usually on campus. My classes are spread out in kind of a weird way that I basically hang out there.
Gotcha.
I don't usually watch a lot of videos. But apart from that, I can't really think of anything I've watched recently.
Okay.
I keep meaning to get into it though. It's just one of those things that I constantly forget I'm planning on doing.
Normal? Anything?
Yeah, same with me. I don't really watch a ton, but I want to try watching Japes because you talked about him a lot.
Yeah, and that would be mine. Air Japes. It's weird. He's the most frustrating YouTuber on the planet because his content's very good, but it's like fucking once every 5 days that he'll put up a video, and then he'll do it for 3 days in a row, and then he'll stop for a week. But Japes, I think, out of all the YouTubers I've watched, he seems to be the most composed and professional about it.
Right.
Spencer's very good. FIFA Rally's very good. But I think Japes is more focused on helping people, which I think is nice. His Path to Power series, if people haven't watched that, that's a good one to watch.
Yeah, that's one that I keep meaning to look at.
Because it is just match coins. Match coins, and then he opens free packs and stuff like that. So the just FIFA coin, or the just match coins, is kind of not that original of an idea. But James he never spells out that that's what he's doing. So I guess if you spell it out, it's the first time it's been spelled. But Japes would be.
Yeah, I never really thought it was an original idea. But it was definitely one that because like I said, I don't watch a lot.
It's a lot of people that.
It was a nice break from the constant investing and coin buying type stuff that I usually see, at least on the FIFA subreddit. Anyway, it seems like everyone's just master investor, and I'm just like, hey guys, I don't have any idea how to do that.
All right, I definitely agree. Now there are two things that will get better the next week and the week after because we'll start taking submissions for them. At least that's my plan. But. Our weekly squad and our weekly goal, the best ones. So I'm just going to take two of mine. I know, kind of narcissistic, but I had to come up with it on the spot. So this is the team I'm using right now, which people can now see. It's 3-5-2. Sorry, I covered over you guys' faces. But it's my Tournament 3 squad. It's a 3-5-2. Sirigu at the back. Silva, Luiz, Boateng, Lam, Inform Melo. Then Royce, Schneider, second informed Schneider, and Willian. And up front is informed Klaas-Jan Huntelaar and Robin van Persie. I haven't played enough with it to say it's my favorite team, but I can definitely tell you that if you like to play a slow game, a slow style, it's very, very good at that. Because I think the only player on the field that I don't feel comfortable having the ball at their feet and passing it around is Huntelaar. When the ball gets to Huntelaar, it just goes towards the goal. That's all he's there for. And he does a damn good job of it, but that's all he's there for. And then past that, I mean, I know... Did you ever link me, Lurker, your Shikawi or Depay squad? Or link that anywhere?
No, I haven't yet. I will.
Yeah, link that into the chat.
Alright, give me a second.
I have a question from Twitch.
Cool.
Subnizo says, which silver players are most reliable for you guys?
DeAndre Yedlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
DeAndre Yedlin. He is. I play him as a right mid in a 3-5-2 for the MLS.
Yeah.
And you can now do it in the Bundesliga or in the BPL. And he is. I call him my attack dog. When someone gives the ball to their token pacey player, they say Yedlin go, and he gets the ball back for me, and we start over. He also can put in a cross. He's got tons of assists for me, and I think he's a solid player. He's definitely my favorite silver. That's for sure.
Okay.
I
Smokey?
haven't used a lot. I used Tim Cahill at one point, and he was just doing his thing, winning headers like, it was his damn job because it was his damn job. That was the exact reason I got him. And then I had good luck briefly with Kane. I gave him a shot at one point just because I can't help myself. I'm a Spurs fan. It's like my obligation. And like, despite the fact that I usually like quicker players who can dribble and change direction quickly and open up passing lanes and shooting lanes like that, he was pretty good. But for the most part, I run pretty basic, usually affordable gold squads. So
Yeah.
other than that, I don't really have a whole lot of experience with the usual suspects in the silvers.
Lurker, any silver that stands out for you?
Yeah, it's gotta be Bon Lahore.
A Bonglahor?
Yeah, that dude, God, besides his pace, I mean, he's strong, he's dribbling well, his shot's amazing. Like, you can put him in a gold team, and he just feels like one of the best players on the team.
Yeah, Bonglahor is definitely a storied silver that's been...
Yeah, every year he's great as a silver.
And now this week with a lot of the silver informs and team of the week players, I think we're going to get a lot more between
I think so, yeah.
the
The
team
last
of the
looks
tournament.
great.
Kuyate looks really good. I think Gary Hooper, he'll be really good. That inform looks really good.
If you look at Gary Hooper's inform card and Harry Kane's second inform card, Hooper's stats are better.
They are better.
I was complaining about that earlier.
His stats are better, but he goes for like a tenth of the price.
That hype.
Yeah, it's definitely very interesting. Hooper's a card I probably will pick up. The last thing I wanted to do before we do a quick wrap-up is I've got a goal to show off that I scored quite some time ago. You've probably seen it. Maybe.
Was it against me?
No, it was against someone. It's quality pretty shit. It's on Facebook, but here we are. Just show it off. It's a 42-yard free kick with Leighton Baines.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it was cracked. And that's my goal of the week. You guys will end up. I'll put up a submission thread in Reddit or on Reddit. We'll do that for squad and team, and then the four of us will, plus our guest, will take a look at it. And I'm hoping to have a guest next week. We'll take a look at it, and we will decide which one we like the best.
Sweet.
Outside of that, do you guys have any closing comments? Because I think we're going on about 2 hours here, so that's about right.
Yeah. No, I think we've, this great start. Great start to the podcast.
Lurker, Smokey, we all good?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just getting around to catching your goal on the stream, actually.
Okay.
It was pretty fantastic, as a side note. But yeah, no, I'm all set. I think we rambled a bit, and that's cool.
All right.
A good ramble. Nice.
Any closing comments?
No, I think it's a great start. Hope we can do this like a weekly thing. talk about the team of the week and stuff. So.
All right. Well, with that, I will sign off for all of us. I will say that I'm going to be uploading the entirety of the podcast, maybe some of our just random chit chat beforehand, to our FIFA as a YouTube video that you can just watch through and listen to, so you don't have to catch it right now. And I'll be doing that for every single one. So if you didn't catch us now, and if you're watching this on delay, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all next week.